There's a story. A man comes to Buddha and asks the question, what can I do to help the world? And this man is full of compassion. He's very empathetic. He feels the suffering of the world. And he asks, what can I do to help the world? Buddha says, you cannot do anything because you are not. First be, and then whatever you do will be of service. Your presence is the turning point. Your being is the revolution. So when he says, you cannot do anything because you are not, he's referring you to, you are not fully here. You are not present. Before you can do anything, you must be. You must be present. To be is to be fully here, to fully inhabit your innermost, to not be lost on the periphery. The periphery is where our actions, our behavior can be modified. A lot of change can happen on the periphery. The periphery is our personhood. Our personhood with all its doings, with all its activities, with all its ideas, with all its beliefs and thoughts. A lot can change there. We can modify that. Our behavior can modify. We can change the activities that we do. We can change direction. We can even change our beliefs, if it so suits us or suits our purpose, the purpose of our doing. But all this outward change, on the periphery of the personhood, in the mind realm, in the action realm, all this outward change cannot bring about any real revolution. Only an inner revolution can bring about true change. So first we must be fully. We must learn how to be fully before we can take action, before we can help the world. And when I say the world, I mean ourselves as well. We are part of the world. Whether we're talking about how can I help myself, how can I help somebody else, how can I help the world? It's all included. This inner revolution, is a fundamental shift in consciousness. First, we must stop flapping around on the surface. The surface is the giving attention to the narratives, to the opinions, to the fears, that arise in the surface mind, like the waves of the ocean. And we must fall open into our beingness, into our innermost. It's a shift from seeing through the myopic view, the myopic lens of the personhood, the ego self. a shift to the wide open vista of the heart. The wide open vista of the heart is the same as the wide open vista of the mind. Sky mind and open heart are one. Yeah? Awareness and love are two sides of the same coin. So although we're talking about a revolution in consciousness, a shift, a fundamental shift in perception, which brings us into our innermost beingness, we're really talking about a revolution of love. Yeah? When we fall out, or we fall open, we could say we could fall out of the periphery. We stop clinging to the periphery and we fall open into the depth, the abyss of being. That is both awareness and love. Very often we misunderstand both awareness and love. Awareness is often thought to be our capacity to focus on something. But in understanding awareness in that way, we are still looking through the lens of the ego self. There's a me looking at something, being aware of something. True awareness, the true meaning of awareness, is the wide open space, infinite, unbounded, without boundary, which is your essential nature. It has the capacity for clear seeing, but it's a clear seeing that doesn't get hooked into opinion, belief, right, wrong, shouldn't, should, which are all manifestations of the personhood of the periphery. Awareness makes no choice. It is choiceless. It simply sees. It sees clearly. But before any action can be taken, it is choiceless. It simply sees what is. It allows the seeing of that. It doesn't say this shouldn't be happening, or I shouldn't be like this, and so on and so on. And in that, it sort of only sees what it wants to see. It sees through its own lens. That lens is always clouded. Awareness doesn't have that. It's not clouded. There are no veils. It sees reality as it is. And reality is simply what is happening. Not a happening that is interpreted by you. It has no interpretation. It just sees. It sees what movement is taking place, what activity is taking place, what expression is taking place. But it doesn't interpret that according to your personal likes, dislikes, preferences, fears, hopes, etc. So awareness is like the sky. The sky allows, includes everything. The other side of the coin is the heart. Love. Love is also usually interpreted as something nice, something that we like, some good feeling we have towards someone or something, or towards ourselves. But that too is a distortion through the periphery of the personhood. Love is also the wide open space. The wide open space of acceptance. Acceptance. Acceptance is the same as awareness. It allows. It's here. It sees. It feels. But it doesn't interpret. It doesn't reject according to that interpretation. Neither does it covet, hold on to, according to that interpretation. It's not tainted by the personhood. So this fundamental shift in consciousness is also a fundamental shift from fear to love. Yeah? There is no fear in the wide open vista of sky mind. There is no fear in the unbounded nature of the true heart, the deep heart. And that's the revolution. Nothing can change without that. Without that fundamental revolution from fear to love, from closeness, the closeness of the mind that interprets everything that it thinks it sees, to the simplicity, the clarity of just seeing. Without that, there can be no outer change. There can be no true change in the way that you act. And there can be no true change in the world.